everyone, and welcome back to another Sims 4 build video. So I've actually been having a crazy amount of fun building buildings that are not houses. Like, I always have a lot of fun doing houses, and so it's been really almost surprising in a way, just working with other buildings like the library and the little like mermaid dive bar, and now I've got this gymnasium that I was building, and then I ixnayed a lot of the design choices I was making at the beginning that I've just had a lot more fun with than I guess that I thought I would originally when looking at the ideas like this. So in this particular one, I'm just getting the exterior of the building going, so I looked at a whole bunch of like inspiration online and whatnot, and I liked quite a few of them, and then there was one that really stood out to me for the exterior, so I used that one as kind of like my idea for like the main front exterior of the gymnasium on this one. So this is just a really fun build because I do like how this looks, and then I was having some issues with getting those in the right spot, but just getting that built up and just the way it ends up looking. For the video, there is actually like a little bit missing toward the end because I ended up adding on something when I went in to take pictures. I was like, oh, that's gonna actually look better if I add that. And I like the window placement because like I lifted it up off the floor a little bit in order to help it be seen easier, and so that way the top piece at the top there would help block some of that gap that was going to be created, as I did not want that gap to be terribly visible. And then just like fixing up the outside, like it already looks so good with all of the windows. Like it was amazing like how much those windows just really did for a gym, and there are so many gyms anymore. I remember when I lived in the city, because I live out in a smaller town now that I don't even think has a gym, but I remember when I lived in the city, there was this gym on my way to my university when I was riding the train to every day, that like the whole front of the building was windows, and you could just see people working out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would feel so awkward to me to have somebody watch you working out. But that does seem to be like a huge feature of gyms anymore, is that you watch people work out if they're going to the gym, and it's just kind of a really weird idea, but at the same time it looks really cool in like building design. So there's a lot of mixed feelings that come from that, because I absolutely love how this building looks, but now thinking about that, like how weird it is that we do just like are able to watch people work out, it's very questionable. So this is where I was working on building like the little front desk where you check in, you sign up for your gym membership, or you just pay for a single day use, however it is that you're planning on using the gym. And I really tried not to create separate rooms inside this gym unless I absolutely needed to. So like for the bathroom, there's obviously a separate room, but a lot of this is just interconnected walls that it thusly is not a separate room from anything else. This is a really long pause. I must have walked away from my computer when I was editing or when I was recording without realizing it. I'll talk about the name of the gym. So I was trying to come up with a good name for a gym. Like, what do you name a gymnasium? Like, I have zero clue what to name one of it, and I've just been really enjoying the song ABCDEFU by Gel on the internet a lot lately. Like, it's just definitely one of my favorites for some reason, and then I thought that would be a really good name for a gym. It's just the idea that you are essentially getting back at somebody else, or trying to better yourself, or just you know, New Year's resolution. And so it's the ABCDFU gym because the people who come here are meant to be people who want to be here for themselves, and so that's the idea. And then I was adding in some vending machines because I feel like every time I do go to a gym, there are still vending machines inside for whatever reason. But I did, so I put in the vending machines just in that nice little corner, and I think that corner worked really well. And then this is where I was playing around with being able to build the what do you call it, the locker rooms. I can't think of words apparently all of a sudden. So this is where I was playing around with building the locker rooms, and as you can see, I didn't want to cut anything off. I was trying to keep it very open if I could, except for obviously that's going to be the little staff room, and so that's cut off. And so I was being very deliberate about how I was designing the space. And then up here is where I put in a little basketball court. Not really little, basketball courts are huge. It ended up taking up the whole second floor. And that was not my original intention. Like, I thought about trying to get a swimming pool in somewhere, and that just didn't end up happening because basketball gyms are huge. You need a lot of space for those. And then as I was trying to design this absolutely humongous basketball gym, I wanted like ball racks on the side. Like, that made sense, was to have like a ball rack, but they didn't really have that for normal sports. They only had it for bowling, and since I had the bowling stuff, I was like, well, we'll just do it with the bowling balls so we can pretend like they're colored basketballs or something. And then I added some benches. Like, I originally was trying to search bleachers, but they don't have bleachers, and so I was like, oh, you can't build like a stadium kind of thing in here unless you did it another way. So, although now I am super curious. Now I'm having ideas on like how you could build a stadium using the new platform system, and now I really want to try it. Like, I'm sure there's an extent to which you can go, but you can't have up to 4 floors. How big of a space would you need to create a stadium? Oh, now I'm super curious. So who knows? Maybe I'll try building a stadium coming up. We shall find out. So then I made some individual shower stalls down on the first floor because I realized I needed a shower and then I needed a bathroom. And so there's only one bathroom in the whole building. But, you know, it's fine. And then I added a TV for like the yoga mat area. The idea being that like they could project themselves up onto the TV or however. And then I was really happy to see a mat with a little rainbow flag through it. I was like, oh, it's a Pride yoga mat. And so I put it in there and I was very excited about it. I don't know if that was the original intention of the object, but that's definitely how I decided to take it. And then I decided to throw in a rock climbing wall because I always loved the rock climbing walls, especially when I found them in like the new pack. It's not a super new pack, but like when it originally came out, the fitness one, and they had the rock climbing wall, and so I was like, I gotta have this in here somewhere, and that was the only floor that I knew was tall enough to put it, so I just kind of squeezed it in there with the basketball gym. And then I wanted to put in those massage chairs, and then I realized that I had a really perfect alcove for them if I just took out that wall, which was nice. And so then I was having fun just trying to figure out how to do the lighting system for the basketball stadium, and I'm actually really happy. Like, it's a lot of lights, especially for a gym, but it also looks really good. Plus, you could have, like, official basketball games up there, since we don't technically have a stadium or anything. And that was me checking my notification that popped up. And then, obviously, putting in the lights for the locker rooms. That way that you can see what you're doing. And I actually just really like those lights from the designer that kind of look like a paper airplane in a way, and so I put them kind of all over the gym. And then I used like a greenish blue color. It was more blue, but then in some of the lighting it looked more green. And then I did use the green version for like the shower stalls, but it looks so similar to the blue in the weird lighting that it doesn't really throw anything off. And that's when we actually get to wallpapers. Here I'm just designing like the cute little staff room that's behind there, so that way you could lock it off and say, hey, this is just for staff. And then staff can, of course, be at the front counter. But yeah, and then I've just really liked, like, I was trying to find a perfect basketball wall, and that rust wall from the eco lifestyle or eco living, so perfect for some reason. Like, I put it in the room and I just went, I don't think I can find anything better than this. So as you can see, like, the shower stalls I just put in as green, but they look the same color as the walls outside of it, which are actually blue. And I had to double check because I was like, whoa, that looks like it's the same color. And it was just the lighting was throwing it off a lot. So I was definitely, like, just having fun. Like, it was really fun building a gym. I wasn't expecting it to be as fun as it was for some reason. I don't know why. It's just, I get such in the mode that I'm building houses or whatever, that I just kind of think, oh, well, you know, I'm a house builder. And then I'd actually test out building other things, and I go, whoa, this is just as fun as the other stuff was, which is really good. Because it's important to have fun with what you are building. And then I ended up putting that white stripe around the top, and at first I was really iffy about it, because I just needed something to help blend the break there, especially where I have like the little half wall for the style design of the windows and everything. And so I was really iffy about that at first, and then when I put that white trim in there, it looks so good. Like, you look at that building and you go, oh yeah, it was very intentional. Like, it looks like it fits. It doesn't look out of place. It doesn't look like I was just trying to hide anything, and so I really like it. This front room, I love the little reception desk area. I feel like it's just perfect for this type of place. And then of course one of the locker rooms. I mean, it's a locker room. It's gonna be boring. It's just full of a bunch of lockers, you know. The hallway, outside the locker rooms, into the shower stalls, down into the actual weight room. Here's the cute little staff room. I think I actually chose some really nice colors for said staff room. Although that pink suddenly reminds me of Baker Miller pink, which I just watched a video on. So that might not be such a good thing. I guess we shall find out when Sim spent a lot of time in there. Sim came into the bathroom as I was taking a picture of the bathroom, so that was funny. Then of course you got the fun spaces to just really experience the gym and work out and better yourself however you see fit. I hope to be able to see you guys again in the next video. Bye!